Hi guys, welcome to Sucre, Bolivia, the prettiest city in all of Bolivia, I have to say. I got in 2 nights ago. I'm going to catch you up on what I've been doing the last couple days, but before I go there, wanted to fill you in on some things I've learned along the way, because I feel like I haven't really filled you in on that yet, and I've learned a lot more in the last 2 days. So let's see. Something I forgot to mention is about like the buses and terminals here. So they do this in other places too, but here, pretty much when you go to the bus terminal or wherever the buses are, you have people like yelling the destinations and they're all trying to sell you a ticket for their bus. So anyways, you go in and they're all like yelling and trying to pull you over, and that's kind of how it works. They do have the little mini buses in town as well as the big ones, but just a general side note, it's typically how it works. There was something else I wanted to say, I think related to that. Oh yeah, that a lot of times I've noticed, again, like cultural thing I would say, so riding lots of buses all over the place from destination to destination, I've noticed here that like no one uses headphones. So everyone on the bus will just be listening to music, watching videos or whatever, and you can just hear everything. So something very different, because I would say like in Europe or the US, everyone's got their headphones on. It's like super rude to have anything kind of blaring out loud. But anyways, not the case here. Notice that. Also, something I forgot to mention is about the cheese. I think it's terrible here in general. And there's pretty much like one type of cheese you find everywhere, and to me it literally tastes like cow. So normally I like cheese, but haven't been enjoying it too much in Bolivia. I want to say it's pretty similar in Peru too, but it like ruins the taste of whatever you're eating. So I've been trying to avoid cheese a little more. Every now and then you can find something different, but usually it's that one kind that I'm really not a fan of. So there's one thing. I've been hearing a phrase a lot that I didn't know quite what it meant, but finally, I'm couch surfing here, so I've been able to learn a lot more about Bolivia in the past couple days. So people here a lot say "noe, noe, noe," like all the time you hear that. So anyways, I heard my host saying it and I was like, okay, I've noticed everyone says this, what does it mean? And pretty much in Bolivia, it's like them reaffirming whatever they're saying, like right, you know, that kind of thing. So anyways, you'll hear that all over Bolivia. Another thing I learned before and forgot to mention, which I did mention in Ecuador because they have the same thing. There's another term here called la yapa, which I'm pretty sure is the same in Ecuador, but basically it's like asking for a little more. So if you buy something from someone in the market or wherever, basically you can ask for la yapa, and it's like getting a little bit extra for like whatever you paid for, kind of in good faith or whatever. Like let's say you get a smoothie or something and there's a little bit left in the blender, you can ask for la yapa, and that's pretty much what that is. So there's one thing. So Semana Santa is starting this week. I don't know officially, but it's this week. I noticed when I got in the first day, like all over the street, there's these people selling things made of the palm leaves, the thin palm leaves, making like artisan goods out of that. And so I was asking my host again about this, and basically he was saying it's Semana Santa, and so a lot of people will buy these things. I don't remember exactly what they do with it, but they're like decorations or things like that that they buy during Semana Santa. I don't know if they take it to the church or just home as decorations or what, or they leave it, I don't know exactly where, but that's why they're selling that everywhere. And there's a mountain right behind me. I think I'm gonna end up hiking up there tomorrow, but apparently like a lot of people hike up there during Semana Santa. That's another thing, maybe bring those up there as well. So there's another thing. What else? Let's see. Sucre is officially the capital, although it doesn't really act like the capital much anymore. La Paz pretty much is the acting capital. Most of the government moved to La Paz years ago, but there is still, I want to say, the administrative part of the government or something still here. But basically there was kind of a civil war years ago, and the capital more or less kind of moved to La Paz after that. But it still is the official capital. If you look on Google though, which is strangely enough, they have La Paz and Sucre both marked as the capital, so that's pretty interesting. Anyways, it's actually also a UNESCO site, It's really pretty. So in the main like historical colonial part of the city, it's pretty much all white, really pretty. They maintain that really well. Again, as soon as you leave that area though, not so nice looking, kind of ugly. You can see the poverty as usual. And again, my host was also telling me about this, that it's kind of unfortunate because like all the money from the government just goes to this one little part of the city, but it doesn't go to like improving anything else in the city. So that's kind of unfortunate. What else have I learned along the way? I know there's more there, but maybe I'll remember in a minute or two while I'm filling you in on the last couple days. So like I said, I've been couch surfing, which has been really good. I haven't done it the entire time I've been in Bolivia, unfortunately. I have looked into it, but it's just not as common here. Not as many hosts available. So this is the first time it's worked out. I didn't end up trying in La Paz. Probably would have found someone there, but stayed in that hostel because anyways, I was getting there to celebrate my birthday. So I've definitely missed it. I feel like that's been like the biggest thing lacking from my trip around Bolivia. It's just been like a lot less of that social interaction as far as like meeting locals and even just meeting people in general, because again, not couch surfing, I'm not meeting the locals besides like interactions, buying things and those sort of things. And also like a lot of the hostels I stayed at, they're super cheap, but they're not really like hostels even when they call them that. They're kind of like budget hotels, which have been great that I'm not spending a lot, but a lot of time you actually get your own room. And there's no kind of like common areas, so you're not really meeting people that much. So it's been really nice to be couch surfing. My host is awesome. I'm actually staying with his family. He lives close to here, and it's literally like the nicest home I've seen in South America. It's super nice. And his family's really nice. Actually had an asado with them today for lunch, so that was really nice. And again, learning a lot. So anyways, got in the first day, checked out the Plaza Central, and later walked around with my host around the city a little bit. And then also like the group that I met doing that tour in Uyuni, everyone came here besides one. So I've been hanging out with them as well during the day while my host is working. So yesterday we walked around town a bit, hung out at this cafe for a while, and then went to this museum called Musef, which is basically teaches you about different parts of like the history regarding to folkloric traditions and different things, some relating to religion, others related to like these brooches, I think that's what you call them, that the women would wear in their clothing and everything they were used for, and like how Bolivia has changed throughout the years as far as just different parts of the economy and all sorts of stuff. So we stopped by there for a little bit. Went by Plaza, I want to say Santa Cruz is the name, cute little plaza. Went to the Mercado Central to buy some things, the main market basically, and walked around a bit more. Went to Plaza de la Libertad and Plaza Libertador. So some other really nice plazas. There's a theater over there, and just like a really nice park you can walk around. Also like a kids playground that's all like everything in there looks like dinosaurs, dinosaur related, all the rides or slides and things like that. So that was mostly yesterday. Later I met up with, again, that crew from uni at their hostel. We all had dinner together, and my host met up with us later there. And actually before that I ended up getting my hair cut, which I was thinking about doing while I'm still here because Bolivia is really cheap. It was under $5, so can't be that deal. Glad I did it because my hair feels a lot healthier now. Yeah, anyways, so that was pretty much yesterday. Oh, also the first day I came up to kind of right by where I am now. Recoleta, more or less, is the area. There's a church there. Of course, like a lot of the plazas have a church, but it's a really nice area. There's a mirador, a lookout, looking over the city, which is pretty much, again, where I am now. I'll show you in a minute. Yeah, so that was yesterday. And then today, I've had a late start it's been pretty chill, and like the rest of the group too, they're all kind of like moving slow, relaxing a bit. So got out later in the day after having lunch, back at the house and doing some laundry, which I still need to go back and hang up. But I went to this museum called Asur. These are the abbreviations for it basically, but it's near here. Also my host recommended this one as well. And basically you learn a lot about the textiles of the culture, also the music, and some other things too, but it explained a lot about how it all relates to their culture, traditions, like literally everything has a purpose and a meaning behind it. All the textiles, the clothing, everything, like all the designs, they have meaning behind it. So it was interesting to learn about that, although it was a lot of reading, so after a while it's like it's hard to consume any more information, but it was really interesting. And later I'm gonna go with my host to eat something in the mercado because there's a lot of traditional food I still haven't tried yet that I want to, and possibly go out later and maybe meet up with the rest of the crew if they're up to it. Yeah, that's pretty much what I've been up to. I was planning on heading out tomorrow, but I'm thinking I'll probably stay one more day and maybe do the hike up to that little mountain behind where I am now. Yeah, so that's a tentative plan. Also just before here, stopped in this shop close by, although again, not supposed to be looking, but it looks like a cute shop with artisan goods and they had good music playing. So I stopped in, got these new earrings and ring. So yeah, collecting some more goods before I leave Bolivia and go to Argentina. And anyways, let me show you the views. If I remember anything else I was planning on mentioning, I will let you know. But it's pretty much the best view in town, so. And you're seeing the sunset. So this is Sucre. You can see how white and pretty everything is. And there's that little mountain I was talking about that you can hike up. And I'm actually at a hotel right now. Even though I'm not staying here, but sometimes it's good just to explore and check things out, and you can find amazing things. No one knows I'm here. Anyways, it's been a while, so I think I'm gonna say goodbye now. And if I left anything out, I will catch you guys up in the next video. Talk to you soon. Bye.